Hello everyone. Let us start with exercise 7.1 today of our chapter 7, that is congruence of triangles. So here in this chapter, in the videos that I have given in your first day's class, I have given you the videos where you have been shown about the congruence criterion or the criteria of different triangles and the different criterion like side angle, and RHS, etc. and how two triangles or any figures are said to be congruent. Now here we'll start with the exercise question. So the first question of the exercise 7.1 is complete the following statement. So the first question is, I'll be writing only the answers. So please see here, it's given two line segments are congruent if. So if the line segments are to be congruent, what is the criteria? If they have the same length. That means, suppose one line segment is of 5 centimeter, then the other line segment, if it has to be congruent, the other line segment also has to be of measure 5 centimeter. It cannot be 10 or 4 centimeter, otherwise the line segments will not be congruent. Second one, number B, among two congruent angles, if one has a measure of 70 degree, the measure of the other angle is, so if two angles are considered to be congruent, they should have the same measure. So if one has a measure of 70 degree, the measure of the other angle will also be 70 degree, not less than or more than this. Okay. Next one, number C, it's given when we write angle A equal to angle B, we actually mean what? We actually mean that the measure of angle A is equal to the measure of angle B. So these are the solution to question number 1. Okay. Now question number 2 is given. Give any two real life examples for congruent shape. So you know congruent shapes means what? When we place one on top of the other, it completely covers it equally. So if I say that the pages of a book, all the pages are congruent, you know, or I can also say you the two coins. Suppose we consider two 5 rupee coin, but of the same denomination, not that one 5 rupee coin and a 1 rupee coin. Two coins of the same denomination or two notes, suppose a 10 rupee or 100 rupee note of the same denomination, they can be considered as the real life examples for congruent shapes. So two real life examples for congruent shapes are, so I can write it as, sorry about this, R. So R, I can write the example as, suppose number 1 can be two coins or notes of the same denomination. I hope you understand by the term denomination. If it is 5 rupee, then both will be 5 rupee. If it is 100 rupee note, then maybe both will be 100 rupee note. And next, can I say the two keys of the same lock? Obviously, if there is a lock and it has duplicate keys, both of them has to be congruent. Otherwise, it won't be opening. So, two keys of the same lock. Now, let us move on to the next question, that is question number 3. It's given, if triangle ABC is congruent to triangle FED under the correspondence, then write all the corresponding parts of the triangle. So, let me use a sketch pen to draw, but I hope all of you will be using scale and pencil to draw the diagram. So, I have drawn two triangles. Say this is ABC and next one is FED, not EFD, FED. So we have to write down the corresponding side. First one is that the sides are corresponding. This will be congruent to this. This side will be congruent to this. This will be congruent to this. Okay. Then we have the angles. This will be congruent to this. This will be congruent to this. And this angle will be congruent to this angle, and also the vertices because they are the points. So I can write down here. I'll write on the side. So the corresponding congruent parts are, if we consider the sides first, okay, for the sides, AB is congruent to congruent symbol, or you can write this one, corresponds to FE, then BC to ED, and another side, that is if you write AC, you will write FD. Okay, for side this one, for the angles, what you can write? For the angles you can write angle A corresponding to angle F, angle B corresponding to angle E, and angle C corresponds to the congruent angle D. Okay, so and about the vertices you can write point A is congruent to point F, B to E, and point C to D. So you can write down the corresponding congruent parts. And this is the way you have to write down the corresponding congruent parts. Please make sure that you draw the diagram with scale and pencil. Now let us move on to the last question of the exercise, that is question number 4. Let's see what is given in question number 4. In question number 4 it's given, if triangle DEF is congruent to triangle BCA, write the parts of triangle BCA that corresponds to. So let's draw the diagrams first. Here I have drawn these two triangles, and it is being given here, it's given that triangle DEF is congruent to triangle BCA. That means all the corresponding angles and sides are equal. So I have to write down the corresponding parts of triangle BCA. Therefore, the parts of, I am writing from the question, triangle BCA that correspond to the following are, so what is given in number 1, it is given angle E. So angle E will correspond to what? Angle C. So it will be, you can write equal or correspond, you can write this symbol to angle C. Next one, number 2 is EF. The side EF, this correspond to what? CA. Okay. Number 3, angle F corresponds to, this is angle F, A, angle A. And the last one, DF, this is DF. If it is given this way, so you will take this, corresponds to DA, and hence we get all the corresponding congruent parts. So this is the end of the exercise. I hope the explanation was helpful. If you have any doubt, please let me know. We will move on to our next exercise in our next video. Everyone, if you have any doubt, please let me know in the comment box. Thank you everyone. Have a nice day ahead.